Tonight coming over here, I went out to dinner and the waiter was terrible. He was so mean and so rude. And I thought, that is so stupid for you to act like that when you're working for tips. He was being a real dick. So when I left a condom on the table as his tip. So stupid. Sometimes I just let my mind wander and think about stupid things, and there's so much of it. Like the government. Oh, there's a stupid group of people. They outlaw prostitution, the oldest profession in the world, and then bitch because the unemployment rate is so high. What the hell did you think was going to happen? Jesus, it doesn't make any sense at all. Other stupid things I just think about. Should schizophrenics be allowed to drive in the carpool lane? No. Why is it that born-agains do not believe in reincarnation? If a hooker lowers her rates, is that wholesale? Is a crack dealer actually a pimp? If two bold men put their heads together, would they be making an ass of themselves? I don't know. These are the questions that keep me awake at night. For those of you who know me personally, you know that I am in the middle of a divorce. Oh, what a surprise. No, it wasn't a surprise at all. I knew that he was having an affair because he started brushing his teeth. One day I came home from work early and caught him wearing my lingerie, and he was a big man. I mean, height and width, he was a big man. I said, what the hell are you doing? You're stretching my lingerie out of shape, you're going to ruin it. And he did ruin it, and it really pissed me off, too. It was expensive stuff. It was from the Caitlyn Jenner collection. He was a bowler, and when I wasn't around, he was always trying to pick up a spare. And then I found out he was trying to put his balls up someone else's alley. One night he told me, when we make love tonight, I want you to pretend I'm someone else. And I said, I always do. And that was me. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. I was stupid on my part. I should have pretended I was someone else. In getting the divorce, I was thinking back on previous loves in my life, and I thought about my high school sweetheart, the love of my life. He was so perfect. He was like a good steak. God, he was thick and he was juicy, and I was too young and stupid to realize what a good thing I had when I had it. But I couldn't marry him. His name was Dick. I refused to drive around for the rest of my life with a goddamn bumper sticker that says, I love Dick. I could get arrested for something like that. Oh, man. I'm sad that football is over with. I enjoy the football games. Around New Year's, we have the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, the Orange Bowl. Later on, we have the Super Bowl. I kept looking for the toilet bowl and never found it, so I stood there and pissed my pants. But it happens. I've gotten older. Things like that happen. All the time. My hearing, my senses are not what they used to be. I wear glasses now. I don't hear so well out of one ear. And I'm forgetful. So, of course, the government wants to hire me as an air traffic controller. That would be appropriate these days. Don't fear getting old. Enjoy it. You're never too old to have fun, to laugh, to fall in love again. But I knew that I was getting older because I was actually stopping at yellow lights. Then I got arrested for wearing a one-piece bathing suit. They had no sense of humor at all. And I said, what's wrong? I'm in a bathing suit. What's wrong? He said, you're in a one-piece. I said, so what? And he said, it's half of the two-piece. Look at me, I got a little forgetful. But I like to stand out on the street and talk to total strangers and act like I am completely senile. I got confused in the bathroom this morning and I brushed my teeth with Vagisil. That brings a whole new meaning to the word hair lip. Oh, fuck you, that's funny. That's a new joke, I thought that was funny. Anyway, I brushed my teeth with Vagisil. Now all the men want to French kiss me and I have this horrible breath. Then I go up to him and say, I'm in the middle of a divorce and I don't know why, but I'm also having a relationship. Maybe I'm getting a divorce because I was in a relationship. I don't remember. I don't remember being married. Who the hell are you? Go up to another different person and say, my God, you look like a completely different person. Do I know you? For those of you who don't know what atrophy is, let me back up a little here. I meet with my 3 surviving sisters once a month. And we talk about what's going on in our lives. We call this giving the Evans report, right? And my oldest sister still likes to scare us. Do you know what atrophy is? I said, no. You've heard the term use it or lose it? I said, yeah. Well, you better be careful. Because if you lose it, you can't go to the lost and found. They ain't going to give it back to you. And she said, atrophy, older women, if they're not using it, it starts to grow inside and it gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And in severe cases, it's gotten so tight that a man can't even get in. Another sister said, a man can't get in? I can't think of everything works. And I said, well, I can. What if he can't get out? I mean, what the hell would you do? I'd be stuck in this position the rest of my life? And you'd be face to face with him like Siamese twins, or with my luck, he'd be tall and my nose would be right in his armpit. Maybe you could call the fire department for help, though. Hello, fire department? Yeah, I've got this problem. Could you send a crew over here with the jaws of life to get this dick out? Yeah, a dick. What do you mean, where is it? It's a dick. Where else would it be? Hey, what you do in your own personal life is your business, okay? No, I'm not joking. I have a serious problem here. I need to get rid of this dick. No, this is not Melania Trump. On my bucket list. I've gotten older, I've got to take care of these things, and I'm going to use the big word, the bad word, the F word now, so that you get the full impact of what was on my bucket list. I have always wanted to fuck someone in a closet at a crowded event. And I am happy to report that as an older woman, that event has been removed from my bucket list. Oh, it was great. It was great, and he was fantastic. And I can't wait to do it again. If I ever see him again, I'll get his name. But millions of people coming out of the closet, and I can't wait to get back in. I also need to find religion, because I'm headed to the finish line, and I know it. So I went to a bunch of different churches, and I sat along with Baptists, because in the Baptist church, the preacher gets up and he says, we are going to take all of the alcohol and we're going to throw it into the river. And then we'll take all of the dope and we'll throw that into the river. And then we'll get the smut, the filth, the pornography, and we'll throw that into the river. And then the choir got up and sang, shall we gather by the river? Oh, wait for me. That is the church for me. Now, I have been dating, which upsets my family a little bit. I have been dating a little bit, and this guy asked me out, and I felt bad about it, but I had to tell him no. I said, I just don't think we're compatible. And he said, you're going to be sorry. Men like me don't grow on trees. I said, no, you sure as hell don't, but you do swing from them. Then I found this other guy, and I went out with him a few times, and he treated me like a horse. I mean, he didn't use use a whip or anything, but I was rode hard and put away wet. Oh, I think I'm in love. In my younger days, one of my most favorite events in life was sex on the beach. And I did it every chance I got. And my daughter, when she became an adult, I told her about it, and she was very, very upset. She said, "Mother, that is just trashy. How can you do things like that in a public place? That is so disgusting." I said, "Oh, disgusting, is it? Let me tell you something here, dearie. If I hadn't had sex on the beach, your ass wouldn't be here. What do you think of that one, huh? Why do you think I named you Sandy? It'd be a right to dig all that sand out." I'm Evans, which doesn't mean much to you unless you're a cop. The Evans family has been around in San Diego for over 150 years, and most of the really bad ones are dead now. But they're all bad, severe, mean, nasty drunks. I'm the only Evans who is a non-drinker. And I remember at the dinner table my mom looking at my dad and saying, "Herb, the hospital gave us the wrong baby. She's no Evans." I come from a family of 11 kids, and I used to ask my mother, who was drunk all the time, "Do you drink because you have 11 kids, or do you have 11 kids because you drink?" Poor woman, she was so battered. We would get her underwear and cut the elastic off the top of it, stretch it over the branches in the trees, and make slingshots and shoot marbles at each other. Then at night, she'd be staggering around the house, and I just don't know what's happened to all my underwear. Hollywood actually made a movie about my family this year at Christmas time. It was called The Bipolar Express. Sorry, the entire Evans family, and I actually have a speaking part in it. I've got some things that were in the news here that I wanted to read to you, show you what a screwy fucked up society we're living in. They announced that hookers are like Cracker Jacks. There's a surprise in every box. AAA is also a bra size for the unfortunate. Lassie has finally released her autobiography, and it's a tell-all. It's entitled, "I Was a Teenage Whorehound." Lassie, you bitch. President Donald Trump has ruled that at Christmas time, all brothels must play the Christmas song, "Oh, Come All You Faithful." November 8th will no longer be known as Election Day, it will be Erection Day. Because no matter who gets in, we're all going to get fucked. And Siamese twins, the American Medical Association has determined that Siamese twins get along so well because they're so much alike, they have a lot in common. Actually, they have a twat in common, but we won't go into that. Who wrote this crap? Oh, I did. Jerry, the poor misguided fool. One more thing here. When my daughter was 10 years old, she went into my room and she found an adult book. And she brings it out to me and holds up this picture of a guy getting a blowjob. And I've never lied to the kid, and I wasn't going to lie to her now. She says, Mama, is she going to get a baby from doing that? I said, no, she's not going to get a baby from doing that. She's going to get jewelry. Now, some of you might wonder how I know that. Attention, please. There is no waiting in closet number 6.